Sometimes in life, you thought you brought a pick over to where you were going to play, but you didn't. But you play anyways. Cold is going to have me now, just as it can, the way that it wants to. I guess I've always lived as one, until I found a brother in you. I forget that there's years between us, that I've been through things that you are in, but our paces and focus make us not the same, though we're both in mint condition. Cut down the fashion, make it new. You keep the colors like the orange and green. I'll take the darkness 'cause I've learned to love it. It's the color of in between. I see a lot of burn in you, man. I've been there too, once upon a time. I believe the hours won't be counted. If I'm late, let's just change our minds. Alright, that one's called BM, B period M period. Song 60, March 1st, 2009. That was from my buddy Ben Martin, one of many people born on March 1st. It's making me think, though, of just BM to me also. Just bowel movement, and reminds me of a birthday card my dad got me when I turned 16. It was a pretty good card. It says, "For your birthday, I decided to get you a BMW." And I was like, I just got my driver's license. I'm getting a BMW? This is so great. And then you open it up, and it's bowel movements in the shape of a W. So good. He got me good. But, okay. Then this one's called How to Deeply Breathe, from today, but 17 years ago. Gosh, sometimes I don't even feel like I'm 17 to be able to say 17 years ago. Okay. told me when I was a young man that if you can't be honest with yourself, then who can you? She said she wasn't always honest with herself, and during those times she compromised her health. I put on a movie and I glean what I can. It's easy to grow up, but a little more involved to understand. And certain phrases and gestures on the screen in 3 dimensions make up more than they seem to. I wanna change my batteries. I wanna remember how to deeply breathe. There is a scent to water, and I know it well. It whispers gently what other scents have to yell. And though in darkness I can grow some mold, in the sunlight it's a sight to behold. The interruptions pose me in a different way. Anticipation is a normal game for me to play. But when I act accordingly in real time, it's interesting all the fortune that I find. I wanna shake my gravity, and I wanna remember how to deeply breathe. And in your heart, what does your head see? And in your heart, what do your eyes believe? And from your head, what does your heart keep? And from your eyes, what does your head retrieve? I wanna charge my batteries. I want to make my gravity. I want to remember how to deeply breathe. Yeah, I want to remember how to deeply breathe. I forgot to read the words for the last song too. So for BM it was, the biting cold is going to have me now, just as it can the way it wants to. I guess I've always lived as one until I found a brother in you. I forget there's years between us, that I've been through things that you are in, but our paces and focus makes us not the same, though we're both mint condition. Cut down the fashion, make it new. You keep the colors like the orange and green. I'll take the darkness because I learned to love it. It's the color of in between. I see a lot of burn in you, man. I've been there too once upon a time. I believe the hours won't be counted. If I'm late, let's just change our minds. And then I had some ahs for the in between. But then for today's song, as in from July 10th, for How to Deeply Breathe, my mother told me when I was a young man that if you can't be honest with yourself, then who can you? She said she wasn't always honest with herself, and during those times she compromised her health. I put on a movie and glean what I can. It's easy to grow up, but a little more involved to understand. And certain phrases and gestures on the screen in 3 dimensions make up more than they seemed to. And then the chorus, I want to change my batteries. I want to remember how to deeply breathe. Then next verse. There's a scent to water, and I know it well. It whispers gently what other scents have to yell. And though in darkness it can grow some mold, in the sunlight it's a sight to behold. The interruptions pose me in a different way. Anticipation is a normal game for me to play, but when I act accordingly in real time, it's interesting all the fortune that I find. I want to shake my gravity. I want to remember how to deeply breathe. And then the bridge. And in your heart, what does your head see? And in your heart, what do your eyes believe? From your head, what does your heart keep? And from your eyes, what does your head retrieve, and then summing the choruses together in a mega chorus. I want to charge my batteries, so instead of change, it's charge, and then I want to make my gravity instead of shake my gravity. I want to remember how to deeply breathe. I want to remember how to deeply breathe. Also, at the end, I've probably remarked on this before, but I was thinking of how Fred Armisen, very smartly and dismissively in a great way, is like, don't you love how all guitarists love to do the like D hammer on? That it's almost like cliche, and then I find myself doing it for this song. But then I was like, hey, this was 2009. I just been playing guitar a few years, and really just like seriously that year, and give me a break. But he's right. It's just, but it sounds so good. Now I'm picturing like, isn't that kind of the move? Maybe not that chord, maybe not that note chord in Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, so if Jimmy Page does it, I mean, it's okay, right? All right, until tomorrow, happy Friday, weekend, Ted Leo Day 2, yes. Hearts of Oak album tonight. So excited. All right. See you tomorrow.